one way where we go one way, and that's west. And it's kind of blocked off a little bit. So I miscalculated. I thought yesterday, or should I say the last episode, we didn't make it. Well, we didn't, but because I inadvertently called it one sleep too early. So the question is, will we make it to the 7.6 million kilometer block before the next sleep? So anyway, this is done on phone. You might hear clawing, scratching noises. Make certain maneuvers happen, otherwise it's held at a wide stance to prevent that from happening. Let's talk fast and screw up more. Held at a wide stance, like I said. But it comes at a cost of accuracy, such as walking into trees, buildings, and pits of death. So with that being said, inadvertently killed this 10 minutes too early. I miscounted the number of sleeps that I needed to get in before the dryer was done. Anyway, it is Tuesday. It is hot. Again, hot enough that I'm not going out. It's just ridiculously bad. Like 96 Fahrenheit, or I think that's still around 42-ish in the in metric land, something like that. So I'm just going to back it up a little bit. So, yeah, it's too hot to go outside. And it's possible it might be too hot again tomorrow as we hit a village. Do we need beds? Yeah, let's take some. We'll just hit the easy ones here. Alright, so trade with this guy. How are we on the bread now? Okay, we got a little too many now. We can afford that. I also forgot to take his bed, but we have 2 here. Twice the fun. And we're looking for smithies, which they are very rare in this type of village, but they do exist. And we don't see any. Yeah, somehow I thought I could go under there. I mean, I could duck. We can move the player. I could duck. And I still grabbed that. Alright, so go on. We're going to need to make a new sword somewhat soon. Oh, we're going way off axis here. Speaking of, there we go. Still haven't found any iron yet. And we finally got enough bread that we can stop relying on meat products, but I just want to get rid of the meat product. I mean, if we were starting to run out of room, that'll be a thing that would go. 94.26. So, I mean, getting there, but not quite. Of course, that's where we had to be, but we got this opening. Nice jump. We get to start doing that now. Only a few hundred blocks away. Jump over a pit of death? No, it was just waterlogged. Well, we need these. Ooh, didn't hit the branches, that's good. Well, don't know if that would have been a pit of death. Sometimes they just creep up on you and there's no way to avoid them. This way, and we go this way a little bit. Not enough. A little more. Yeah, a little zigzaggy, but this we know is not a pit of death. At least where I was. And move the player. Place the boat. And boat the boat. Village. Hey, there is one. And I cannot move. Once again, we're not really in need of anything. This is a useless building, so yeah, we can't move. Break. Yeah, there's a chest, but it's usually full of paper. Nothing to care about. Yeah, so as you can see, we did cross over that number. We could have made it if we just didn't miscalculate the amount of time I had left. Alright, that was bad. Alright. There's a village in there somewhere. Yeah, I'm just gonna go in here and free bed. Yeah, we don't need that. We can use that, though. That can go here, that can go there. And so before I started this episode, I actually had to put the phone in airplane mode because some number I don't recognize keeps calling. Now when I do washer dryer phase at home, I do turn the airplane mode on just so that the battery will survive the whole way, provided that the game isn't doing a whole ton of things. Sometimes it does and the battery won't survive the whole way through. I can't see anything. Move the player. And I see a bunch of paths, bunch of farms, but not a bunch of village. Okay, that's not gonna work, dummy. Ooh, speed zone. Better enjoy these while they exist, because they're supposed to disappear. Apparently we don't put these in Java, we just take it out of Bedrock. This is one of the only things that would help pass that 8,388,608 barrier. Turn. There we go. Then you just hit a water pocket anyhow. Turn. This one, we can actually see what's going on to the right side. Alright, this is too much. Alright, so there's not a way. For the sake of getting there a little faster. As you know, I tend to use my wooden tools in this particular series till they go away. Oh, you gotta cross, that's what matters, and we're swinging swords for reasons I don't know. Yep, place. There we go. How about, yeah, move the player, not micro jumping. Micro jumping does not do anything for us. Yeah, of course that had to happen, didn't it? Yep, jumping. Yep, jumping. And yeah, that's a pit of death. Keep going. Let's get rid of this, this pile of food we got here. Yeah, okay. I want to move. Break. Seriously, can you just not let me move? Alright, this isn't too bad. I'd like to go in the other direction though. Keep an eye on the clock because it is lunch break and it's unpaid, so I lose money if I go too long. Blind jump over something that could have killed us. This place always sounds like it's gonna get blown over, even though it's a solid brick building, and it's literally, if anything, at most a stiff breeze out there. And that's probably exaggerating things a little bit. Being a stiff breeze, that is. I'm hoping we're getting rid of a lot of this garbage that we won't have to deal with later. Yep, jumping. Imagine that. You need to do that. Eat the food. Perhaps the eat the food button means eat the food. Game also likes to ignore commands. I don't know if this will work. It's getting a little dark, so bed here. Seeing as it's Getting a little, gets a little darker under the trees, of course. All right. Move the player. Break. Really? Move the player. All right, it's just easier to go this way. No, we're not swinging swords. We want to move the player along. Safely try and get across this. All right, that's crap, so we're not going to do that. Yeah, I'm placing. This is where ducking will help. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, that wasn't too bad. All right, I see ocean that way, so that's a good thing. All right, now we can select the food when I'm pressing the food button. And you're not. All right, pressing the selection button. Extra stick, let's make extra torches. And we got 3 orange wood left. Oh well. And we should have dug down from there. Well, let's keep moving. Oh. It's almost time to call it good. Yeah, in fact, let's keep going. Yep, exit. All right, keep going. Keep going just a little bit more. All right, this actually will be an okay spot. All right, keeping ourselves safe because we got to be on a half block increment or exactly, or we fall through the world and die. So we stop a game right after a sleep without moving or in a boat. Otherwise, we're pressing our luck, and we've done that intentionally and not so much at other times. Anyway, see you whenever next time is. And we're back. It is Thursday. And today and probably most of tomorrow is going to be rain. The first break went okay. This second break, not so much. Nice jump. Let's make the jump part happen where the spike and the lag happen. The game finds so many ways to make it nearly impossible to progress. So we might be making up for some of the laundromat visits this week. Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't want to eat that yet. I've been eating so much raw meat that I got used to the amount of drumsticks those have been filling up. We have the 2 extra pieces of bread. We like to have 2 stacks of food. And I miscounted, so we're a little over. And now we're over in that direction. I could try to keep things close to 0 on the Z as close as I can. I mean, a little over 200's okay. Although it doesn't seem to have too much of an effect hitting 256. Although, just like the real world, it's raining. And because thunderstorms don't work correctly, we don't know if this is regular rain or a thunderstorm. And it could just change without notice. It could brighten up and become a thunderstorm. I saw the sheep over there, but yeah, I see a horrible mountain, which looks like it's not doing it as much over here. Oh, of course, it has to be a jungle, though. So we're probably making up a good chunk of... Oh, we got a river going through here, I think. Yeah, we do. So we're probably making up a small dent of losses from the days of the laundromat yet again. Alright, I see the river goes there, but this way isn't too bad. Just gotta keep an eye on See if monsters appear, or if we can move the player as we see that the sky is turning color, and we can move the player. There we go. That'll clear it regardless. It used to be that what would happen is that when a thunderstorm's supposed to happen, the sky's supposed to turn very dark, the clouds are supposed to turn black, and then that's the thunderstorm. Instead, the only time you get that is when you load the world and it doesn't know what weather it's supposed to be. On rare occasions, if it decides to start with an actual thunderstorm, it will actually appear correctly. Very rare. How about the sword? Alright, let's finish off this. And now, one of those. Ooh, that went pretty well. That was a pretty good run. That was not. Again, we're trying to get that wool count up to 63. I mean, 64 is okay, but we're looking for 63, because that's the exact number to get us to 21 beds if we need them. That helps. We're one shy of what we need, though. And we don't have a iron pickaxe, which we would need to break that and ensure our success in that. When we get to 76, 88, 608, we will be 30% of the way through the last million blocks. Break. Picked up junk. Yes, we did. So, doesn't matter if we do this then. Over here. Break. And we'll leave the tree floating because we can. Because it's not terribly important in what we're doing. Alright, here we go. Break. And exactly what we didn't want. Okay, oh no. Do the same thing here. Break. I know this is a lot of work, but we kind of need it so we can do this a little more without having to stop and do this. Sometimes you got to put the work in. And that's not what I wanted to see. Go this way. Yep, over here. Nope. Not where I wanted to be. A little bit better. I heard that. Over here. Good enough. He will not get me because he... Okay, how about... There we go. Get high enough on the vine. Move the player. Place the boat. Not what I wanted. Gonna keep an eye on the clock here. Nothing. And we need a new one of them things. Alright, so we're going to have to do this again. Looks like it's getting dark. In fact, it pretty much is getting dark. Break. It was getting dark. That's so we don't get spotted if we are in danger, so we're gonna just quit right here, not moving from this very spot, because it's almost break's almost over. Let's see. Let's get rid of this junk if we can. Am I positioned where it can go away? Yes, it is. Nope, we're not. How about now? The other two disappeared. Alright, we're good. I don't want to move, because I'm in an exact spot where we won't fall through the world and die. See you next time, probably during lunch, because this and most of tomorrow, kind of crap. We are back. Let's just break. Since it's in line with the axis, which is easy to move in, which is Z, we'll do that, because we can. We want an extra layer deep, because this was in the way. Break. Well, that was kind of dumb. I just defeated the purpose of what we were doing. And break. Or place. One of those. Well, maybe not totally useless. To regain some of this that we've lost. Or place. Yeah, it seems when it's important, the game likes to not move. Alright, let's just grab some more here. Well, there's times we can and just won't bother with that. Jump. Okay, there's no way out unless we do that. Nice jump. This thing really likes to not work. Move the player. Move the player. Alright, that's okay. Although I should have just went over here. Because that tree was going to interfere with us moving. Keep going. Pardon me there. Okay. Mountains in one way seems to be more helpful than others. Yep, player moves. Break. I think we gotta do some more of this. Alright, that doesn't continue, so we gotta go past it. Ooh, well, I was trying to stop a little before that. And move the player. There we go. Actually, that's not going to work for a bit. Let's see, maybe going backwards a little bit. I saw an exit. Alright, I think we got it here. Yep, there's the exit. Took a while, but we got there. Took a moment, but we get there. Ate a little too much. And no. It got us a little further. It got us out of the mountains, which is good. So it wasn't a waste. Yeah, bored. Surprised I had to think about that. So this is the lunch break getting ruined. So the first break was fine. I don't know how much of tomorrow's going to get wrecked, but... Okay, that's another village. For some reason I thought I saw one. And we can jump. Oh, we actually got through that. It looks like it just drops right off, so we'll come over here to the thicker part of the sandbar. Put a bed down. Get another bed. Then dump, dump, dump. I'd have our first golden apple if we had one more bar of gold. Or an ingot. And that's touching, so yeah, you should be able, there we go. Should be able to do it. And a boatin' we go. Boring as it is, it's the second fastest way to get to where we're going. Or at least to the midway point, which is an achievement in of itself. Halfway through our next 10,000. We will definitely not see it scroll over today. Although a desert would be nice. All right, let's see. Oh, there we go. Something over there looked interesting. It was a village. Just that building, and that building. Again, that one. It looked like something interesting, but it didn't look like a village building the way it was covered up. But here we are. Going backwards a little bit for the sake of doing better for ourselves, hopefully. And out. Oh, there's a building over here. Oh, useless building. Never mind. Shouldn't have wasted my time there. And that just goes nowhere. Just a balcony. Oh, if I only needed to eat more bread. Here we go. I wanted chest. I mean, I'm gonna wind up grabbing that again anyway. But the less mutton, the better. Again, when I don't need them, there's everywhere. Farmers are great if... okay, that building's useless, so skip that. He knows what's up. Let's see how we... Oh, we got more beds than we need. We're good for a while. I think I got it. Maybe not successfully, but not sure. This is going in the wrong direction. These kind of jungles I don't mind. Flat and wide open. There's just nothing that can hide in the bushes and try to kill me. Right over here. Here we go. More, another river. Trying to jump when the elevation changes. As if you just let it drop down in areas, there are areas where we have to do that so we don't ultimately stop, like hitting a tree or something. Your forward progress stops as you drop to the next block and then will continue. Whereas if you jump before crossing that line, you'll keep moving forward. And I do see the village. I'm just finding a better place to get on. I don't need... I got plenty of beds. Gonna need to... You're gonna need to punch a tree or two, anyway. I think we're down to just down to a single log. Or a set of planks. I literally hit it twice. Alright, we're just looking for smithies at this point. And this guy lost his house to an end portal, which has nothing of use. Seems to be a pattern. Move the player. Let's see. need to go this way a little bit anyhow. I'll place a bed here because I know we're going to be busy doing that. Then we'll just take this and plop it. Then we can break. I gotta keep an eye on the clock because I lose time, I lose money during the lunch break. Alright, should just probably stay where I need to be. I failed to jump there. It failed to jump there. Yeah, keep going. That goes there, bed goes there. Pressing X. There we go. Oh, we're heading in the wrong direction. I are good at paying attention. We'll just keep them till we really have to get rid of them. Haven't been blessed with the blessed with the iron ingots yet. We can move the player. Alright, I think I've done enough for this, but, you know, you gotta keep doing it anyhow, but not for much longer. I'm not gonna go do the side on the left, we're just doing that. Oh, we didn't collect it because we are full. Good. Less junk to get rid of, and, come on, come on. It's getting a bit close. So I'm just gonna border here, just point it slightly in the direction we're going to be going. Yeah, it's getting close enough. It looks like there's an ocean. Lunch is going to be over. It's just safer to do this. See you tomorrow, because it's supposed to rain.
And we're back. Washer dryer phase. The weather was saying there. Weather reports were saying Friday was going to be kind of bad till midday. Then when it came, things just started clearing up during first break, so it was actually good from first break all the way. So no extra Friday. So it is the washer dryer phase once again in the basement, because if you saw the previous video, I showed that I fixed the dryer. The belt broke a while ago, had to go to the laundromat. Meant these went a lot quicker, but that meant we didn't cover as much distance. Now we can cover the distance, but it comes, of course, at the cost of these being a little longer. Lucky you. But hey, we're going to get there a little bit faster in most cases. So we've got a little bit of a nudge on Thursday afternoon. Actually, I think the whole Thursday might have been bad. I didn't bother to go look to see how many videos I made before this one. When we hit 7,688,608, we are 30% of the way through the last million blocks of traversable terrain, for which we have to have other ways of moving, which I have other ways. Although I'm right now realizing food's going to be a problem, but maybe not. I mean, I got all sorts of, I got the experimental worlds where I can see what I can do. And I can get a horse that can go faster than 10 blocks a second, which is the minimum speed in which to traverse. Problem there is that if we do find a horse that does that, it's only good till we hit water. And then if they get rid of these speed zones that I call them, where the frozen over oceans with the icebergs, if it's just the icebergs and the regular water, then that's the other way we could move fast, that will disappear. So enjoy them while we can. Unless they heard enough complaints stating that people want this and shouldn't get rid of it. Fortunately, in my 50th birthday world, the large frozen over ocean is it's gonna stay because it's already been generated. Playing any further, smart idea. Maybe not. I saw a bit of a piece of land over there. Oh, there's some land over there if we had to. Alrighty. Watch there be perfectly good land that was further up ahead that I didn't bother. I just didn't want a chance of getting dark. I know it can just go out and then, pillar off of the kelp. But there's also the risk that if it's too dark that there might be some drowned under there and we can't sleep, which has happened. Just waiting for the sun to hit the horizon, which it just about has, and sleepy time. That's too far up. Oh look, I probably could have kept going. Sometimes you win, sometimes you're me. Nice jump. I am glad the jump button did absolutely nothing. Now we can move the player. And a little more. Now we can move like I was intending. Mesa I'm not a fan of, because they usually wind up being difficult to get around. Pretty to look at, but for what we're doing, it's not a good thing. I just wanted to see if there was a river flowing through there, and there wasn't. always find the right spot to fall in where I can't move. Go. Dave, grow it there. I see something right there, but I'm not sure what it is. Oh, it's just a desert well. Nice jump. Although that time I missed the button, so... That time I did not. I hate when there's small separations like that. Oh, I see a village. Or we can go over here and move the player. Move the player. Move the player. Wow, move the player. Who would have thought? We don't need beds, do we? No. Just looking for smithies, and it looks like it's a dud here. Yeah. I was thinking of just walking on the terrain just so you have a chance of seeing a potential... Yeah, see, that's just going to keep going the wrong way, so... And, nope, stick. And it puts me in the wrong place. I don't see one, but I see another village. Well, I didn't need to jump there, but we could have jumped there. Dave Grohl it there. Here's a good spot. Just does what it wants. Nice jump. Maybe jump should happen when the jump button's pressed. Micro jumping does not help us. Okay, how about jumping? Oh, that's not a thing. Okay. Alright, actually this one might be a little better. So it might be full 3-block height. Yeah. It's getting dark out. There we go. Alright, guys. I looked in that window because we're now at the... Oh, there we go. There's a desert temple right there. Yeah, up. Place. Where? Okay, this way. This way. Move. Eat. Eat. Nope, never mind. Wait forever. Press. Press. We're safe at this point. We can move the player. He cannot get to us at this point. That's good. Junk. We'll get rid of the sheep meat. Alright, we can make a sword and a pickaxe out of iron if we need to. Pressing. This is the only way out. Over here. Alright, a little bit better. So I was too busy looking for stuff. I didn't realize we made it to the 76-70 kilometer zone, which is good. Hey, another one, and it's wide open. Or over here where I would rather be. Okay, we can get around. So, we're jumping. And we overshoot. Oh, this time we have zombies. But again, they don't have a way of breaking that 5 block per second barrier, so we're safe. Over here. That helps a little more. Alright, we definitely need one of those. Sticks can disappear. It definitely isn't... We could have used one of those just recently. And... okay, yeah, we can actually make a third one with that. And we got another one of them. Pressing. Can make our third golden apple, for which now we can place that in that slot. And okay, let's put our metals together here. Pressing the X. They'll go in the wrong slot, so correct slot. We'll just put that there for now, so we'll go boom, boom, get rid of them, and go get our boat. Yes, there's a village. And through the world it goes, because it just can't put us where the boat is. For some reason, that's a thing we can't do. Boat. Chest to make chest boat. And we can move the player. Okay, farmers would be good. Or is this an abandoned village? So we're not going to have any farmers. And we are not in need of anything. Oh, well, the sun's setting, so... Yep, right. And move the player. And move the player. I don't have time to do that. Dave Grohl off that. And off we go again. Ooh, this way there's more desert. Maybe not, because there's another temple. They're either a dime a dozen or they're almost non-existent. It's one or the other. And move the player. There we go. Spiders can move. Now, and there. Oh, now we gotta make tough decisions. Oh, that's... Now we're making more tough decisions. What to get rid of? Well, I guess that. That was a pretty good haul. No. player. That was a pretty good haul in that one. In fact, I actually know what I want to do with them now that I'm thinking of it. Yep, jump, move. Oh, I don't have enough to do what I wanted. We're pressing buttons. Alright, that leaves us enough iron for either a sword or a chest plate. Alright, that's all automatically equipped because you notice sometimes it doesn't always work that way. We're breaking the block now. Then we're going to have to reposition it in the toolbar. There we go. I'm going to need to get more oak logs to replace the wood that the chest boat needed. And of course gather more dirt so we have more pillaring, more pillaring blocks so we can move around tougher areas. Do we have a way around? Yeah, there's a village there. Well, I shouldn't be skipping on this stuff. We're going to be a project to get to. We can move the player now. Alright, yeah, it's done, but... No, we're not placing, we're jumping. Try jumping. Alright, we're at a point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the boat, place ourselves in safety. When we come back, it'll be dryer phase, and we're going to see if there's anything good here. And we're back. Right away, the thing is making strange noises. But then again, like I said, I put the belt on, rotated it to be sure that it was in the correct spot. And no noises, nothing is warped or twisted. Nothing is out of place. Although I swear it's just the metal and plastic ring that goes around the where it interlocks with the cabinet and the front door. Like that might be what's making noise. So everything else on it seems just fine. Oh, get over to where it's a little easier to get on. Get on land. And move me to stop. There's nothing but a wall in front of us, no matter which direction we go. Nice jump. How about jumping? grab some more of this stuff, just in case we have to do a lot of it. I'm going to use this tree to make things happen. And we're moving. We're down to 33. Oh, we don't have... We're pressing a button. Break this time. 53. 57. It's assuming we got them all. And we're jumping. We're not placing blocks. Break. Just as we said. Okay, I'm going to go backwards a little bit. Portal frame, but is it worth it? Let's find out. No, it wasn't. That's, I'm pressing over here. Why did we break the other one? How about up here? Up here, correct answer. That was pretty close to what I wanted. Very close. Break. Break. jumping. I don't remember saying I wanted to swing swords. Not quite right, but we need the wool over here anyway. I see over here we have an easier way to get on and continue. I don't see too much beyond there, so it might be back into the water. Yep, and there's water. But we'll get some of this. How are we doing on that? 21. Alright, good enough. slightly better. I don't think over here is really doing anything yet. It might be water, but it's approaching more of another mountain in the way. Or up here. Jumping. And yeah, it continued, but only to here. So yeah, so much for getting further ahead. There's nowhere to really get off. Yeah, this would have been the one time shifting me over to the right would have been a good idea. Alright, let's just do that. Let's swap these into the correct positions. Nice jump. I don't remember I wanted to swing swords, I remember wanting to jump. Alright, that wasn't clear enough, and we're stuck. It's going the wrong way, but it's moving. Keep going. Might be going the wrong way, but it might be helping us ultimately. Okay, we're heading towards negative 400. A little more. Direction would be nice. Well, I guess it was worth it. This is a pretty good jump. Of course, I want to go the other way, so that's where the mountain is. Nope, no ducking, moving. Or over here. Over here. Jumping. Place. Place. Very important. It's getting dark. Monsters were spawning. Well, it wasn't too bad. Then it's heading the right way to help kind of zero things back out on the Z-axis. wrong direction again. Is this going to help us again? Or are we being fooled? We've had it happen both ways, of course. Not where I want to go. Alright, this one's a chore. Alright, let's... Yeah, that one's a chore. We're not going to bother. Move the player. Oh yeah, the collapsed ones are a chore. Not bothering with that. Again, have to go the wrong way because it looks like it's distance is more achievable in this direction. No, I don't want to swim. I want to move. Nice jump. Of course, the direction I want to go in is mountains. Jumping. Nice jump. Glad you fucking didn't do it. Rake. Of course, this game will not do that. It will not let me move. Nice jump. The one that was important, and you failed to do it. Surprise, surprise. Another jump that it failed to make. Move the player. When I don't want it to jump, it does. see a village up there, but is it worth going to? Here. That's the player. Well, I swore I saw one. Yeah, over here. We're swimming. Place. Junk that. There we go. Oh. Good enough. Alright, we righted the ship with the Z-axis, more or less. don't know if we'll need all that. Yeah, I guess we are. Brake. Oh, look, there's a river over there. But we kind of made the commitment, so... Move the player. Thank you. Jumping. Good. That went pretty well. Let's get the angle better there. There we go. Less than 400 blocks from the 7680 kilometer block. And 7680. And finally moving again. And again, we get cut off. village up ahead? Nope. Just some of those lightning bug bushes. Alright, if we can avoid the roof forest, we will do so. Alright, 10% of the way to the 7690 kilometer block. And it's just safer to stop here because I'm not sure if this is ocean coming up. And it could be long. Might not be. But I'd rather play it safe where I can. If I could definitely see more land further up ahead when I went further. Besides this. Because from the side it didn't look like there might have been a place to put a bed, but that may not be correct. How about we forward? I mean, we could have put one on this island over there. See, a river goes there, but this is wide open. So I'll take the wide open in case the other one stopped. Whereas over here, we could just keep on going. And we're landlocked. Doesn't look too bad over here. Actually, if we go up here, yeah, much better. Much better. There we go. More than 26% of the way towards, well, actually now 27% of the way towards the next 10,000 block, and less to hit 30% of the last million traversal. Is there a way out? No, it was tricked. Jumping. There we go. Alright, those are mixed in. I don't want to do that. Nice jump. And over. That was a pretty good run. And that ended it. Yeah, we don't have a choice here. Oh, look at that. Set up so we couldn't move. Even though we had the terrain where movement was very easily possible. Nice. We would crash if we tried to jump that gap. And that would have just been easier in speed zone. Oh, no, don't start that yet. There we go. Like I said, enjoy these before they get patched out. Because it's supposed to be icebergs in a water ocean. The ocean's not supposed to be frozen over. There, we're already halfway through this next 10,000, and we are trying to slow it down. Okay, yeah, right there. Because again, I don't want to be way in the middle of the ocean. Off we go. .53% of the way toward this. Next 10,000, 7690s. And that's just generating it. So. Keep going. Oh, I think we got 2 of the 3. Hopefully that's not going to close us. We've had that happen a few times. It's inching over now. It's starting to spread faster. Looks like it stopped. Maybe the more reasonable stuff's going to meet us. Oh well. Alright, you're dead. Good, the jump worked. Amazing that the jump worked. And get rid of the junk. And move. deathy because you'll die. You might actually be okay. Yep. What happened? Okay, we need to move the player. Need to move the player. Alright, we wasted a bed, but yeah, maybe from what happened last time, it's a good thing that we did. As we wind up dead, we're going to be close to where everything may drop. I think. This one, please. Move the player, please. That time it was changing. Alright, so we lost a bed, but it was a bit of peace of mind because we had that skeleton. Now we're jumping. Okay, now... Yeah, we should be able to move. Yeah, right, I pressed that twice and nothing happened. I pressed it again and nothing happened. I think we still have the leather boots, so we're good there. Nice jump, again. How about when jump buttons press, jump happens, which it didn't do there again. And we got a village. Oh, we're being dumped right at it. Jumping, 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 jumping. Definitely need this because we're getting a little low on beds. Not terribly bad, but still. Nothing there. Okay, we don't have any junk because if we did, then we could put it in the chest there. And through the wall that one went. So there. Keep the food. I have to explain everything. More than 3/4 of the way towards our eventual goal of the 7690 kilometer block. Did we get it? We're full. And move the player. Move the player. More than 3/4 of the way towards the, like I said, the 7690s. That's a project village. We will not be bothering with that. Plus we got enough beds anyway, so who cares? And it looks like as we had a goal, the game wants to ruin that. Yeah, maybe not. Well, we're gonna have to actually backtrack slightly to get around this even more. Almost 82% of the way towards the 7690. And less than 500 blocks from 30% of the way towards the 7688. We're looking for the last three numbers to be 608. When it passes that, we're more than 30% of the way through the last million traversable blocks. And there we go. We are now more than 30% of the way through the last million traversable blocks. Alright, we got 11 of this stuff, so definitely could use more. many do we have it at anyway? 22. It'd be good enough, I guess. Could have went for the ones that were on the ground. %90 of the way towards our goal. Finishing the last 10,000 count with less than 1,000 blocks to go. Place. Less than 400 blocks for our minimum goal here. It was worth coming out this far away on the Z-axis. Get to avoid a jungle. Over here. Move the player. How about sword? Move the player. 99. That looked like a death drop, so pit of death. Go. Oh, we made it there. Still, we want to keep going. Go is good. You gotta check the dryer, see how much time's left. Usually we roll over the 10,000th place twice on the dryer. That's when we have a clear indication that we don't have that many sleeps left over. And maybe this time we won't miscount. And there's a village. But we're going over here where it will be easier to get off and explore. Beds we don't really need. We just need one of them. Oh, not here. Are there any usable buildings here? Break. Oh, we're going the wrong way. Negative is north for some strange reason. East and west makes sense. West being negative, but north being negative doesn't make sense at all. Oh well. And we're just getting an extra 1,000 blocks in. Alrighty. Now we're going this way because it'll actually be easier to reverse this, because we had a fjord going, and the way that they tend to work with the mesa is that they're ridiculously steep to get out of. Alright, over here. Move the player. Thought I was going to hit that, but I didn't. Nice jump. Glad it didn't decide to do what it, again, supposed to be doing. Alright. Let's see how much time's left. Indication. 1, 2, 3 more sleeps. 3 more. Hopefully this time I will have the correct count. Perfect for some reason. Well, you know how this game goes. Hey, you had a goal. Screw you after that. Nice jump. if I want to really do that. That's tempting. But we know how these fjords in the Badlands go. Badlands, Mesa, same thing. Go. And yeah, that time if I wanted to jump, I probably would want the finger to land on the jump button, which it actually was a little ways from. Jumping. Oh, no. This went bad very quickly. Oh, it's okay. It seems to do what the other one was doing. Jumping. At least it's a river. Let's just go a little further this way. And village. We're jumping. We don't, well, we could use one of the beds. I'm gonna fill the remaining. Nope, door. And the rest looks like nothing. Jumping. player. And we're in a deeper hole. Oh, that worked out. Oh, it looked like we could have went that way. Oh, and this is all cut off. What a rip-off. Go. And this looks bad. Okay, we can move the player this way. So this is one of the 3 sleeps that we need. Come on, we know it's getting dark. There's 1. 2 to go. How about block? No, that's just, I had to do a double take, but then I wanted to really be sure that I didn't see a faraway desert temple. It's just two pieces of dirt sticking out the same. Kind of looked like that. Nope. Well, it wouldn't have been a death sentence, though. Still would have stunk. That's not gonna work. Oh, stop. We don't have a way up there. Now we're jumping. How about in this slot? There you go. Well, we definitely don't want to go that way. Didn't want to go that way too much more. Alright, so move the player. This will be sleep number 2 of 3. And next sleep is the end of this particular episode. I think we've done quite well. We're going to get close to the 7,700 kilometer block, but we will not get there. And this is a good way to add some distance, of course. The ocean. Of course, the frozen ocean with just the right placement of glaciers would help. That's the best. And is that a desert temple? It looked like one of the towers, but it looked like it got a little fuzzy all of a sudden, and we're getting out of the boat. And we're micro jumping, which does not help. Neither does not moving the player. We were in one that was actually fairly well lit, and one that wasn't. In both cases, monsters were in here. Total trash. Not so total trash. Even better. That's good too. Oh, there was one over there I totally missed, but picked up. How about that one? Trash. Trash. Oh, there is a zombie. 2. And all the experience goes through the floor. Oh, some of it didn't. Nice jump. Nice jump again. You know, we'll have to boat now. Actually, if I can eat one more, I know it's wasting, but then we can trade with this guy and fill that up. Oh wait, we just wasted just because. Nope, I want the door. of the player. Alright, so yeah, this might be a good spot to call it good. So close, but so far away. No, you stay there. You can move here. $7,698,182. This is one way. George F551 saying, hope you enjoyed and have a good one. Come on now, it's dark. There we go.